Yo, what's up everybody? It's Anthony Viana. Picture this: crisp air, colorful buildings, and a culture that's both modern and steeped in history. That's Sweden in a nutshell. If you're planning your next travel adventure, you definitely need to consider Sweden. Here are the top 6 places you must visit. First up, we gotta kick things off in Stockholm, the capital city. This place is like something straight out of a storybook, spread across 14 islands, connected by a ridiculous number of bridges. I'm talking cobblestone streets, colorful buildings, and this vibe that's both modern and historic. You can literally feel the energy as you walk around. One thing you'll notice about Stockholm is the water. It's everywhere. And I'm not complaining, it adds to the whole charm of the city. Take a ferry, cruise around the archipelago, or just chill by the waterfront. It's an experience you won't forget. Now, Stockholm is known for its museums, and trust me, there are a ton. But one that you absolutely can't miss is the Vasa Museum. This place houses a 17th century warship that sank on its maiden voyage. It's massive, well-preserved, and a total trip back in time. Stockholm's food scene is incredible. From Michelin-starred restaurants to cozy cafes, there's something for everyone. You gotta try the Swedish meatballs obviously, but also check out the seafood. Fresh, delicious, and caught locally. Stockholm is super walkable. You can easily spend a day just wandering around, exploring different neighborhoods and soaking up the atmosphere. Make sure you spend some time in Gamla Stan, the old town. It's like stepping back in time with narrow, winding streets, medieval architecture, and tons of shops and restaurants. Get lost in the alleys, grab a coffee, and just soak it all in. Stockholm is clean and green. Parks, gardens, and green spaces are everywhere, making it a breath of fresh, literally. Trust me, you won't regret adding it to your travel list. Alright guys, buckle up because we're about to step back in time at Skansen, the world's oldest open-air museum, right here in Stockholm. Imagine a place where you can wander through centuries of Swedish history, all in one afternoon. That's Skansen. We're talking over 150 historical buildings relocated from all over Sweden, each one telling a story. Farmhouses, schools, churches, even a town square. It's like walking through a living, breathing history book. You can peek into homes, workshops, and learn about how Swedes lived, worked, and played way back when. But Skansen isn't just about buildings, it's about people too. You'll meet costumed interpreters who bring the past to life, demonstrating traditional crafts, telling stories, and even baking bread the old-fashioned way. Get ready to have your mind blown by how they used to do things back in the day. One of the coolest parts of Skansen is the chance to interact with animals. They've got a whole section dedicated to Nordic wildlife, from reindeer and wolves to lynx and brown bears. It's like a mini zoo, but way more immersive. You can learn about the animals, their habitats, and the importance of conservation. And don't even get me started on the views. Skansen sits on a hilltop, offering panoramic views of Stockholm that will blow your mind. Seriously, bring your camera. You'll want to capture this. Whether you're a history buff, an animal lover, or just looking for a unique and unforgettable experience, Skansen has something for everyone. It's a must-visit when you're in Stockholm. Alright, thrill seekers, hold on tight because we're about to dive into Liseberg, one of the top amusement parks in Europe. Located in Gothenburg, Sweden, this place is a wonderland of rides, games, and pure adrenaline-pumping fun. From heart-stopping roller coasters that'll have you screaming at the top of your lungs to family-friendly rides that'll leave you grinning from ear to ear, Liseberg has something for everyone. We're talking twists, turns, drops, and speeds that'll make your head spin. One of the things that sets Liseberg apart is its unique blend of classic charm and modern thrills. They've got iconic wooden coasters like Balder, ranked among the best in the world, alongside cutting-edge steel behemoths like Helix, which will take you on a wild ride through inversions and high-speed turns. But Liseberg isn't just about rides. They've got an awesome selection of games and attractions too. Test your skills at the shooting galleries, try your luck at the ring toss, or win a giant stuffed animal for someone special. And if you're feeling brave, step into the haunted houses, but be warned, they don't hold back on the scares. Now let's talk food. Because what's an amusement park without some epic treats? Liseberg's got you covered with everything from classic amusement park fare like hot dogs, cotton candy, and ice cream, to more substantial options like burgers, pizza, and even Swedish meatballs. The park is beautifully landscaped with gardens, fountains, and even a concert stage that hosts live music and performances throughout the day. Whether you're an adrenaline junkie, a family looking for a fun day out, or just someone who enjoys a good time, Liseberg is an absolute must-visit when you're in Sweden. It's a place where memories are made, laughs are shared, and the thrills never seem to end. Alright guys, get ready to fall in love with Haga, Gothenburg's most charming neighborhood. Imagine strolling down cobblestone streets lined with colorful wooden houses, each one seemingly plucked from a fairy tale. That's Haga in a nutshell. This historic district is like a time capsule with its well-preserved 19th century architecture and cozy small-town vibe. It's the perfect place to escape the hustle and bustle of city life and soak up some old-world charm. One of the things that makes Haga so special is its unique blend of old and new. You'll find traditional Swedish cafes serving up cinnamon buns the size of your head, alongside trendy boutiques, vintage shops, and art galleries showcasing the works of local artists. And speaking of cinnamon buns, you can't come to Haga without trying one of their famous Haga Bullar. These massive pastries are a local specialty, and trust me, they live up to the hype. Grab one from one of the many bakeries lining the streets, find a bench in the nearby park, and indulge in some serious sugar rush. As you wander through Haga's narrow streets, be sure to pop into some of the independent shops. You'll find everything from handmade jewelry and quirky homeware to vintage clothing and antique treasures. It's the perfect place to pick up a unique souvenir or find that one-of-a-kind piece you never knew you needed. Haga has a fantastic selection of restaurants, cafes, and bars to choose from cozy pubs serving up local craft beers to stylish restaurants offering modern Swedish cuisine. There's something to satisfy every taste bud. Take your time, wander the streets, and discover the hidden gems tucked away in this Gothenburg treasure. Alright, trendsetters and cool kids, get ready to explore Södermalm, Stockholm's hippest and most vibrant district. This island neighborhood, often referred to as SoFo, is a melting pot of creativity, fashion, and alternative culture. Imagine a place where vintage shops rub shoulders with independent boutiques, where art galleries spill out onto cobblestone streets, and where trendy cafes serve up artisanal coffee roasted just around the corner. That's Södermalm in a nutshell. One of the first things you'll notice about Södermalm is its laid-back, bohemian vibe. It's a place where people aren't afraid to express themselves, whether it's through their fashion, their art, or their lifestyle. You'll see everything from vintage-clad hipsters to tattooed artists, to families pushing strollers, all coexisting in perfect harmony. And speaking of fashion, Södermalm is a shopper's paradise, especially if you're looking for something unique and offbeat. Forget the high street chains. Here you'll find independent boutiques stocking the latest Scandinavian designs, vintage shops overflowing with retro treasures, and secondhand stores where you can score some serious bargains. But Södermalm isn't just about shopping, it's also a hub for art and culture. The neighborhood is home to a thriving art scene, with numerous galleries showcasing contemporary art, photography, and design. Check out Fotografiska, Stockholm's photography museum, or explore the independent galleries clustered around the SoFo district. And when you need a break from all the shopping and art gazing, Södermalm has a plethora of cafes, bars, and restaurants to choose from. It's a place where you can be yourself, express your individuality, and soak up the creative energy that permeates the streets. So, put on your coolest outfit, grab your camera, and get ready to explore the coolest neighborhood in Stockholm. Alright, history buffs and architecture enthusiasts, get ready to step back in time at Stortorget, Stockholm's oldest square. Located in the heart of Gamla stan, the city's enchanting old town, this square has been the center of Stockholm life for over 700 years. Imagine a place where colorful buildings, each with its own story to tell, enclose a bustling square, where cobblestone streets lead you past charming cafes and shops, and where the echoes of history whisper through the air. That's Stortorget in a nutshell. As you step onto the square, take a moment to appreciate the architecture surrounding you. The buildings, painted in vibrant hues of red, yellow, and orange, date back to the 17th and 18th centuries and showcase a mix of architectural styles from Dutch Renaissance to Swedish Baroque. One of the most iconic buildings on the square is the Nobel Museum, dedicated to the legacy of Alfred Nobel and the prestigious Nobel Prize. Step inside to learn about the history of the prize, the lives of its laureates, and the impact their work has had on the world. Another notable building is the former Stock Exchange building, now home to the Swedish Academy, the institution responsible for awarding the Nobel Prize in Literature. Its grand facade, adorned with sculptures and intricate details, is a testament to Stockholm's rich history and cultural heritage. But Stortorget is more than just a collection of beautiful buildings. It's a place where history comes alive. Throughout the centuries, the square has witnessed everything from royal processions and public executions to festive markets and political demonstrations. Whether you're a history enthusiast, an architecture lover, or simply looking for a picturesque spot to soak up the charm of Stockholm's old town, Stortorget is a must-visit destination. So grab your camera, put on your walking shoes, and get ready to step back in time at Stockholm's historical heart. So there you have it, guys, my top 6 picks for your next Swedish adventure. From the historic streets of Stockholm's old town to the thrilling rides of Liseberg, Sweden has something to offer every type of traveler. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next travel adventure. Comment below which of these Swedish spots you'd love to visit. See you in the next video.